it wasn't really so tough actually, but because first of all, when I started as first business I started at the age of 13, you know. So when I wanted to reinforce at the age of 19, it wasn't really tough because at least feeding and transportation was taken care of by parents. But I faced the challenges of inferiority complex. I faced the challenge of because not everyone could risk handling a big fund to a little guy that don't have BS. So but thank God we are where we are today. Okay, I never wanted to become a burden to someone, so I needed to work on my finance in order to be able to afford good things. Never thought of going into rough game. So I wanted to start early so that I can start taking care of myself without looking at anybody. I wanted to resign early. By the special grace of God, I planned my life to resign for work at the age of 50 years so that I can enjoy the rest of my life, traveling, seeing the globe and stuffs like that. Then thirdly, I want to become example, because finance is very powerful as far as the gospel of Christ is concerned. So I needed to become an example and to represent fully the gospel I preach. It's all been God. It's all been God. I don't really think that you can give God your time and then not have the results you desire. Then secondly, I'm a man of determination. I can do anything on earth positive to achieve certain results I want. So I am determined. Anytime I set my goals on my board, I make sure that the spiritual aspect of the goal is taken care of, then I work towards getting my goal done. Yeah. It was rejection. When I was growing up, from peers, from people around, from school, God, it was all rejection. But a rejection I faced when I was growing up was because I was not really understood. The way of my life was not understood. The way I do my things, I do them. Even now, it's very hard for me to see. It's very hard to see me doing things a normal way. People do that. People do it. I like to have my ways planned uniquely and do stuff in the original part of the way we do stuff, because I believe that everything that is being done on earth currently have someone who started it. So I don't like doing things the traditional way of doing them. I want to do things in a unique way, that is exceptional. Spiritual minded, excellence, organized, and disciplined. All right, I just want to tell Tesla and Apple Incorporated that we're actually coming, because we have our plans kept, and through the help of God, He has already shown us how we're going to be impacting the globe. So just tell Tesla and Apple to wait for us. So exhausting, especially when people want to see you, be the one that is handling their stuffs in business, and then ministry also calls. So it's been tough being a man of God and also a businessman at the same time. Though some persons it's not really a big deal, but because the kind of deals I run, the kind of business I run is actually exhausting. But God's grace is true. Yeah, Dr. Chris Oyakilome. From birth, I think they gave back to me with Rhapsody of Reality. So that's actually a joke, but I grew up seeing the book, so I always see one man in the back of the book, so I fell in love with him because of the impact the book has done to my life. So it was the crazy. Okay, people like Elon Musk is a white man with an African skin. Yes, a bad guy. But I mean a bad guy in a positive way. I've known him to be a man of determination, and the life of Dr. Stanley Uzochukwu has motivated me. He's a businessman that also loves the Lord. The life of Kochari's Dr. Maduka, the life of Mrs. Pastor Ifoma Abayo, Okay, I love fashion. I like dressing good. In fact, currently I can't even afford what I wish to wear. Most of the clothes I wear, some of them I drew them myself. I've not selected any clothes from magazine. I like drawing the clothes I wear myself. It's fashion design has been my passion. So if I'm not doing anything close to what I'm doing, I should be a teller. I love fashion. I enjoyed reading, writing. I listen to tapes and then I worship God. Okay, to see young people who win genuinely without fraud, and to see young people do business, young people that love the Lord and win genuinely.
Blue and gold.
Dino Man suits. The happiest moment of my life is when I became a millionaire. Yes, I was actually very young. It was I couldn't sleep for 3 days. Focus. The greatest disadvantage of our youth that we want to do crypto, want to do this, want to do this, want to do this, want to do this. I mean, before I enter into any business, I studied at East for 1 year and 6 months. I mean, I started studying solar installations and technology from 2013. It's been a long while, so we want to do all. So just focus, grow on one thing first before you start diversifying. Grow on one thing, and then anything you grow in that is almost a global recognized course, I mean, you will not look for money. Just give yourself time, publicize yourself, and then you are good to go. Oneness and true independent. Africa is not independent. Many nations in Africa is not independent because we always looked for Britain, we always look to France and US for loans. So we are not. I truly pray for oneness and true independence across the nations in Africa. Thank you.